What is up, everyone? Welcome into another episode of Titans Tube. It's the weekly NFL picks with Caleb and Amy.
Hello, friends.
This is, we're picking week 11 here of the 2022 NFL season. So, before we get to this week, though, we gotta go check how I did last week. Amy has those records.
Yes,
What are they standing at right now? Tell me how good I did.
The results are in, man. Last week was crazy in lots of ways.
It was a crazy week.
It was crazy with our records, too. Caleb, you're coming in hot with a record of 8-5 last week.
Okay,
Pretty
not
good.
bad. Best one in a few weeks right there.
Yes, and you will notice that is one game down because we did not pick the Thursday night game. So, one game less than actually what happened last week. But
how many people are counting out there? That's what I want to know. How many people?
8-5 for you. 7-6 for me. So you
Let's
actually,
go.
for the first time this season, I believe, beat me for the week. But brings your overall record to 48-39, and I am riding high at 56-31.
Well, you know what that means, though. Since I won the week, I get to be the moderator this time for week 11 NFL games, and we're doing this before Thursday, so we can pick the Thursday night game finally. It's the most important one.
It was kind of important that we did this one before Thursday.
It is, and you know what? I'm going to go ahead and lead off with this one. Since
Whoa.
it is the Thursday night game, it is the Titans versus the Packers up in Lambeau. Amy, who do you have?
I mean, wow. Titans versus Packers in Lambeau, Thursday night, everything you just said. I mean, I am pumped for this game. You know what? I'm going to go with the Titans here. Unfortunately for us, we're playing the Packers right off of a big win, so they're definitely coming in with some momentum. But, yeah, that momentum's going to die off real quick. No 3-touchdown game for Christian Watson this time around. Titans come out with the win. Derrick Henry rushes over 100, gets a tutty.
All these promises.
Bada bing,
So,
bada
like,
boom.
if they don't happen, do you...
I didn't promise anything. I'm just, saying.
Okay. Well, I'm going with the Titans, too. It does suck that the Packers kind of got on a roll and, figured out some offense against the boys last Sunday, but it's a short week for both of them. We still got our identity going strong. Tannehill's back. Derrick Henry, yes, he's going to run all over that field, that frozen field.
That frozen tundra
and
of a place.
yeah, Titans are just a better team, so we're going to win that Thursday night game. So, thank you. Go Titans. Tighten up. See you.
All right, next week. Bye.
Okay, yep, that's it. Now, moving on to Sunday's games. Okay, first off, we got the Bears traveling to Atlanta to face the Falcons. Falcons are sticking with Marcus Mariota after that, I have to say, horrendous game he played last week.
In Carolina.
Yes, Amy, I'm going to start with you again.
Man.
Bears, Falcons.
Yeah, rough game. Didn't see the Bears losing to the Lions this past week. But I think they're going to come out with the win here. From the Windy City. I think Bears are going to beat out the Falcons here. It's going to be a weird, ugly game. But I think Bears are going to walk away with the dub.
Oh, yeah, it's hard. The Falcons somehow have managed to, win a few games somehow. Every time you watch them, they do not look good.
Yeah.
Nor does Marcus Mariota, but the Bears haven't looked so good. But Justin Fields has found his footing.
Sometimes they look good.
Justin Fields has found his footing on the field, so that's good. I think I'm going to go with the Bears, too. Sorry, Falcons. I picked for you too much. You've let me down.
You have.
Okay, next up. What is possibly going to be the first snowy game of the season? Predicting a blizzard for this one. Browns going up to Buffalo. Bills on a 2-game losing streak, but I do not think they're going to lose this one. I think they're going to win this one.
Yeah,
So,
I think
I'm going
that Bills are going to stop blinking this week, as Stephon Diggs said. They're going to keep those eyes wide open. They're going to be aware, and they're going to pull the dub out. I mean, they're the better team.
I mean, I don't know. The snow could confuse Josh Allen. He could start throwing it to the wrong team again, like normal.
He does that not in snow, so I think the snow is going to course correct him.
True. Okay, we have the no longer undefeated Eagles because they lost to the Commanders on Monday night. Traveling to Indy to face whatever the hell is going on with the Colts. Jeff Saturday's back, 1-0. They're starting Matt Ryan again. I'm just taking the Eagles in this one. I think, Jeff Saturday, welcome to your first NFL loss, bro.
Yeah.
As a head coach.
Yeah, I'm going to pick the Eagles here, too. Uncharacteristic, the way they played on Monday night of this past week. I think they will learn a lot from that loss, and I think they're going to come back fired up. And the Colts are going to be on the receiving end of that energy.
Yeah, they got bit by a division game. It happens here and there.
And Caleb, I do want to call this. You did say last week you wanted to pick the Commanders. You said if it were in Washington, you probably would pick them. So you had that upset floating up there somewhere. So I just wanted to give you some credit there.
I'll just say there's a lot of things floating up here. Lots of them don't ever come down to earth.
Yeah.
To land and be a sustainable thought. So
Fair.
I let that one continue to float. Should have jumped on it. Okay, next up, got a division matchup. Jets and Patriots. Patriots always own the Jets. They did the first game of this year. I'm going to stick with them again. It's in Gillette Stadium. Yeah, Patriots over Jets. Ames?
I'm going to go with the Jets here. I don't really have I don't have a reason why. It's a gut feeling. It's a division game. It's going to be rough. It's going to be dirty, but Jets pull the win out.
Okay, well, that happened. Next up, surprisingly, a game that I really don't care about that much. The Rams going to New Orleans to play the Saints. The defending Super Bowl champions are not looking so hot this year. Now that Cooper Kupp's having ankle surgery, he's on the IR. Matthew Stafford's dealing with concussion. It's getting worse for them.
Yeah.
Who you got? Rams or Saints? No, I know.
Shoot, I don't know who I'm going to pick. I'm going to go with the Saints here solely just because the Rams, it's a low point for them. This is going to be definitely one of the lowest stretches of their season, and they were already going down. So
yeah, I think I'm going to go with the Saints here too. It's crazy that this happens to a defending Super Bowl champion, but they're about to be 3-8 if they drop this one. Saints have their own problems trying to figure out what the hell is going on at quarterback, but I think they're going to get it done.
They've been dealing with that for a while. They're kind of used to it.
Ever since Drew Brees left.
Yeah.
Okay, next up, Lions and Giants. Another game I'm not super excited about. Saquon Barkley's having a good year.
Yeah.
And that's who I'm going to roll with because the Lions are they're the Lions, man. You know what? They beat some bad teams.
Okay, the Lions are not as bad as everyone wants to put them out to be. They can keep up with the best of them. They can put points up. I mean, they're always there.
They can also get shut out.
That happens. But, they're... Besides that, they're pretty much always there. But I'm going to go with the Giants here. Saquon is flourishing. It's really nice to see. Giants.
Okay, Panthers at Ravens. Baltimore, 12-point favorites here at home, coming off the bye week. Ames, he got in this one. Baltimore.
The Ravens are like my surging AFC team right now. Obviously, Chiefs have been pretty consistent all season. I'd say the same with the Bills. They've shown a little bit of weakness lately, but the Ravens, I feel like, are just on the up and up. They're doing the opposite of what the Rams have been doing all season. So I'm going to take the Ravens at home here. I think that they're really hitting a stride. This is going to be a good next few weeks for them.
Well, call me crazy because I'm going with the Carolina Panthers in this one. My upset of the week. Baker Mayfield's getting back in the starting lineup. He's got shit to prove. He's going to go prove it against this rusty Baltimore team because they've been sitting on their ass for 2 weeks.
They were probably on a beach in Hawaii or something.
Yeah, exactly. They're not ready to play football. So yeah, I don't know how it's going to happen. I just think the Panthers are going to beat the Ravens.
Okay.
Put money on that one, people.
Maybe
if you're going to bet on one game, listen to me, bet on that game.
Don't take betting advice from us.
Give me your winnings. Share your winnings with me. Do not hit me up with your losses. Okay, next up, got the Commanders and Texans. I'm going to go with Commanders.
Yeah. Commanders.
Okay, next up, we got Raiders and Broncos. This is an interesting game. We just came off beating the Broncos. They're obviously not that good. I still don't know what's going on with the Raiders. They continue to baffle me every week as they just stack losses with a very talented team. But you know what? Rome wasn't built in a day, so says Mark Davis. So who are you going with here?
Oh, you were leading it up to where you were going to pick. You know what?
That's what you thought.
I'm going to go with the Raiders. I'm going to keep picking the Raiders until they win one, okay? Keep picking the Raiders till they win. Broncos didn't show me much last week. Neither did the Raiders, but I don't know. When they have Devontae Adams...
It's hard to pick the Broncos. Finally, I've watched them a few times. I gouged my eyes out in their early primetime games with everyone else, and I had to watch them again when we had to play them, and they are awful. Russell Wilson is not playing well.
But Rome wasn't built in a day.
You're right. These are two teams trying to proving that message correctly.
So who's going to build faster on Sunday?
A crying Derek Carr. That's who I'm going with.
Oh.
Raiders. Okay, got the Cowboys and the Vikings. Now this is the game of the week right here. Vikings had the huge win last week in that crazy game. Cowboys blowing it in overtime, and Mike McCarthy has returned to Lambeau Field. Ames, I'm going to start with you again on this one. Vikings at Cowboys. Are they legit now? Are the Vikings legit? Their 8-1 record, have they sealed it?
I still haven't gotten to watch a full Vikings game, but we did obviously get to see the end of that crazy game with the Bills. So I did get to see a little bit of what they can do. I mean, I guess they're legit. Like, come on. This will be another tough matchup for them as well. You know, I'm going to go with the Cowboys here just because I feel like they're the more complete team all the way around. But this is going to be a really, really good game. And I think even if the Vikings do lose, I still think they're legit. I don't think it takes away from their legitimacy.
This should fire up the Vikings here. The Cowboys going on the road are currently 1-point favorites. Like, how does that happen? Your team's 8-1. You just beat the Bills, and you're still not favorited at home against the 6-3 Cowboys team. Honestly, I was going to pick the Cowboys, but I need to catch a game on you, so I'm going with the Vikings here.
Oh, you don't think that Panthers game is going to catch it?
No,
Okay.
I need to catch multiple games,
Okay.
so
Okay.
that'll even out the Panthers pick.
I don't know. Do you think the Vikings are legit?
Yeah, I think they're pretty good. I don't think they're better than the Eagles in the
Okay.
NFC,
Same.
but we shall NFC. Okay, next up we got the Bengals and the Steelers going up to Pity.
Bengals.
I'm going Bengals too. I'm
Tough.
tempted,
It's going to be a
tempted.
tough AFC North game. I mean, as they all are, but Bengals.
Yeah, Steelers are trash. Okay, Sunday night game, Chiefs and Chargers,
Chargers
back
get
to
a
back.
second Sunday night
Back-to-back
game.
Sunday night games for the Chargers. They're playing at home, but they got the Chiefs coming to town. Chiefs are hitting their stride right now, which I actually predicted this is the kind of part of the season where they typically dip a little bit, have to figure stuff out.
You did say
But
that.
they got Kadarius Toney. The offense looks like it is rolling, barring some kind of injury. I think they take this one.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think Chiefs come out with the win here. Not easily, once again, as we've been saying. I feel like there's a lot of division games this week. Those games are never easy, but I do think Chiefs, will come away with that dub.
Anything can happen. We saw Washington beat Philly in Philly
I know.
on Monday night. So, okay, got another division game wrapping up our Week 11 picks here. 49ers going to Arizona, which is where we're at right now, which I can't talk now at the end. We're in Arizona, so go Cards. Yeah, 49ers going to the Cardinals. Both teams coming off wins.
Wow.
Cardinals without Kyler Murray.
Will they have Kyler Murray? We don't know at this point.
Or will
in
he be
time.
just playing Call of Duty?
We don't
know. He can play Call of Duty.
Either way, I think if the Cardinals have Kyler or not, I still think the 49ers edge out a win here in Phoenix.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can't argue that. I'm going 49ers too.
Yeah.
So that's it. We started with the Titans because they're on Thursday night this week. So get your spirit ready for that game, guys.
Notice, but I got this vintage Titans gear here.
We just picked this up
Yeah.
in Tucson. Found this in Tucson at a thrift store. Couldn't let it pass. It's
I
in
mean,
great condition.
It literally almost goes down to my wrist. Like, it's perfect.
Steve Air
so
McNair,
excited.
he's back. He's part of our jersey collection now. Go Titans. We'll see you guys on Thursday night.
Happy watching.
Yeah.